Hey, what's going on, everybody? John Riggs here, and again with me, Ernie Sosi.
Ernie Sosi, yes. Just kidding. Got you.
Oh man, so it's been a while, man. I mean,
It has been, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot's been going on since since we've started the Res Marquee.
It's true.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm the Res and Res Marquee. He's the Marquee. I'm the Res.
Marquee.
Because I live on the Res. I come from the Res.
It literally came from the Res.
This guy's an urban Indian.
I'm Urban Engine. We talked about that a few episodes back. Urban
Yeah.
Engine.
Right, and you know the difference between an urban Indian, right? A Res Indian comes to the urban, like me, if I move to Albuquerque, this is how you can tell. If you think IHOP stands for Indian Housing Opportunity Program, you are a Res Indian trying to be a Marquee Indian, all right?
Oh man! So again, everybody, we've come a long way, Res Marquee, and hey, believe it or not, true fact, we started in my garage, but we're at the KYNM TV station in Albuquerque.
Right. A real studio.
Yeah, 21.1. So
Check it
we're
out.
we're now in your living room.
Yeah, or your kitchen, or wherever you're at.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Sweat Lodge. So the first episode, we've actually did a most current episode with the TV station, and we've actually ended up at the Nativo Lodge.
That's right. It is a lodge, Nativo Lodge.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We caught up with Nate Nez and also Mike Toya.
And the thing about Nativo Lodge is they're showcasing native artists, which is wonderful. Because native artists need a place to be showcased, and Nativo Lodge is doing that
Right.
for our native artists, which is a-okay with me.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, if I didn't really know Nate, or if I didn't know Nate or Mike, I would have never known those kind of artwork existed.
I know it's cool, man, because there's all kind of art genres out there, and even within Native American artists, right? There's different profiles or different styles, if you will. And Nate is kind of what would you describe his style as?
Nate, very urban.
Urban.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Graffiti art, some people call
art,
it.
right.
But it's got a message behind it. It's got some powerful images and powerful, just cool messages that come with that. Because I think every artist has a backstory,
Exactly.
and it comes out in their art, and that's part of their journey, man.
Yeah, and it's been really interesting, actually talking to them. Mike as well. Mike has some very, I think his style of art is very detailed.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually does some Star Wars stuff too. Which actually puts that.
Nice.
Yeah, he puts his native appeal into the Star Wars, theme.
I've seen art like that, native art, where they're like the contemporary stuff, and mix it in with the traditional, images that are out there. And
Yeah.
I think that's cool, man. Yeah. We call this one Native Tic-Tac-Toe, or Native Cheerios. It's awesome. Oh, hey, do you have any talent? Are you a talented artist out there? Maybe you are, and you don't even know it.
Yeah, maybe even do beadwork or something. I don't know.
Beadwork.
Yeah.
You didn't know this about me, but I used to do beadwork.
Yeah.
That's right. My wife taught me how to do beadwork, and I did beadwork for a while there.
Wow.
This was a long time ago. I forgot how to do it now, but I've made like headbands. I made like, just all these cool little bead stuff, man. It's actually therapeutic too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to show you some quick footage. Also a special room that I got to see, which is, made me very emotional just, being in this room, because it does have some meaning behind it. And I guess Mike had, talked a little bit about it, and he is going to talk a little about that room. And, we'll check that out real quick.
Nice. Okay,
All
sounds
right.
good to me.
Yeah, enjoy. Hey, what's going on, guys? John Riggs here.
Ernie Sosi, John and Ernie, Res Marquee. Sometimes I feel exactly like this painting, all at once, in here.
All right, guys. So this was the Nativo Lodge. All right, guys. So this was the Nativo Lodge. So we're gonna go ahead and check out the other rooms, and we'll catch up with Ernie later.
What's going on, everybody? John Riggs here again with Res Marquee. And I'm here with Nate Nez. What the hell is that?
Spider?
Only I know is a dog.
Yeah.
Mural right there. Kind of reminds me of Ernie. Yeah, hey Ernie, man, this is kind of like you right here, bro, with the headbands, you know?
So that's what this represents, healing through chaos. And this one right here is a tribute to my life when I was doing graffiti. So that's why it's like, it says Dinet in graffiti letters. And I always tell myself that growing up, I grew up in a hogan and with my grandma. So everywhere in my artwork, you'll always see a hogan. And of course, I have the Abiche figures here in abstract forms. And so you, like I was saying, you follow the rainbow, it all comes back down to one. To me, as a kind of a figurative imagination of what I would look like in cartoon version. It all comes back down to here, and of course the Navajo basket design here. From here, everything leads up to here, where it was just all chaotic. And this is artwork that I have done in galleries and art markets. Everything that I've done, it's so. Everything that's abstract, everything that's chaotic is all put in here, and it's represented as a fine art now. And it tells a story, like different genre, I guess you would say. And at the very top, I put my clan as a she him. Navajos always introduce himself as, my name is so-so, and this is my clan, so that's why I put my clan at the very top as a she. It represents me as a Navajo man. And at the very end there, as you can see, it's kind of folded back, and it takes off, like the sky's the limit there.
Dude, look at that. Healing through the chaos. You know, that's kind of like, part of my life. Like, I don't know. So I can relate, huh? Don't stop dreaming, don't give up. I love those words, beauty all around us. Of course, that's our, native, a lot of the things that we believe in, as Navajos and stuff. So let's check out the bathroom, man. He did some stuff down this way too, huh?
So yeah, everything here is just like, as shape. It takes the shape of water to me because water is in here, and so if you look at it, it's like diamond and geometric shapes, and so it goes all the way along the wall here, all the way into the bathroom back here, and all the way to the very end. And so everything in here represents water, and it has a Navajo basket design here, which in a way interprets clouds, because if you look at the clouds, it has that shape. And if you look at all native artists, it has that shape. So that's kind of symbolizes this here, and that's how I left it there.
Oh, hey, I didn't realize you guys are still filming. Hey, what's going on? Where are you guys going? Hey!
My name is Michael Toya. I'm from the Pueblo of Amos. I painted a room here on the 4th floor. It's Star Wars themed. That opened the opportunity to be selected for this huge project that I took on. Started in April.
So I was talking to Nate a lot about your artwork and where the designs came from and what it meant to you.
Sure.
And he did point out a few things, but of course I wanted to hear it from you as well.
Yeah. It's a bunch of what I would call traditional pottery designs that my ancestors brought to this to our people.
Okay.
And certain designs have certain meanings, like the line designs represent the raindrops, the falling of the rain, the blessing of the rain, and water is life, water is essential, And this big design here is of a water serpent, the horned water serpent, and he's a deity of our Pueblo people. He's a protector of water. So that was one of a good concept to have. And then of course the rain cloud, the sun, the lightning bolt representing strength and courage. So all of this tied together and tell a story, about our ancestors and what. And then I just give my own input of of contemporary feel. You know, the 2 layers staggering makes it contemporary. You know, and just giving it my own look, my own feel. You know, adding to that culture, to that history. So.
And also, you have some artwork that you did in the room too.
Yeah.
That we're gonna go check out. So let's go check it out. Well, there you have it, guys. We were fortunate enough, and actually, I feel like I'm actually blessed to have seen these 2 rooms. I never really knew they existed, you know, and this is what Res Marquee is all about, you know, exposing a lot of the artwork that, you know, really doesn't get that kind of, you know, publicity it should, you know. Again, I'm here with Nate, you know, we met him earlier, and also, you know, Michael, you know, with a lot of his work, you know. It's a pleasure, you know, meeting you, and you know, I hope that we get to meet, you know, a lot more and actually see a lot more of your artwork. You know, have you back on the show again sometime.
Sure.
And yeah, is there any way that people can get a hold of your artwork or see some of the stuff that you may have on sale? Or
So you know, on social media, you can check out my work and inquire at Toya Michael at Instagram.
And there you have it, guys. Again, thank you. Big shout out to the Nativo Lodge. And if you want to check out the room, this room's always available. You know, you have to call in, of course, and see if this room's available. It's room 412, and check out Nate's room as well, room 403 here at the Nativo Hotel, and that's the 4th level. So again, it's a pleasure meeting you, man. I hope that we meet up again.
Yes,
and yeah, I mean, there you have it, guys. Guys, I have a special room we're going into right now, okay? There is some history behind this, and of course Mike's going to talk about it, but this is a very special room, so let's go check it out. So, man, you know, it's weird. So as I walked into this room, I could feel this weird energy, like, you know, something kind of overtook me, you know? You told me the story about this room, and I heard it's a special room.
Yeah, so this room was painted by a young lady. Unfortunately, she passed away recently. Her name was Deanna Suazo. She was from the Taos Pueblo, and her mom was Navajo. And yeah, she painted this room. She was an awesome artist, as you can see. She painted her iconic Pueblo type woman in her, you know, contemporary Pueblo dress. That was her go-to style, and obviously you can see it in this room, man. It's so, I mean, you know, like you said, you feel this type of, you know, energy, and it's sad, it's happy, you know, it's a mix of emotions. But just being in this room, man, it kind of makes me feel good, you know, feel neat that she left this work for people to see, you know.
And to all the viewers out there, again, this room means so much to me. You know, it's so, Res Marquee is not so much about having fun. Of course, that's great and everything, you know, and we do have some laughs, but, you know, sometimes, you know, it does have its moments, you know, and this is actually one of those, you know, coming in here and just feeling that energy and just, you know, and that's what makes it great to actually be, you know, in the position I am, because I get to meet great people like Nate and Michael, and, you know, actually seeing some extra hard work, you know, that goes into these rooms, and, you know, remembering people that actually, you know, left behind something for us to all see and enjoy, you know, especially for the people that come and visit the Nativo Hotel, you know. So again, man, I appreciate, you know, you for, you know, allowing us to, you know, come in and look at her artwork. You know, if it wasn't for you, then I wouldn't have known this existed, you know. So man, you know, you know, it's terrible. I'm gonna start crying.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you liked that last segment of the Nativo
That was
Lodge.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm inspired. That's it. I'm gonna be an artist. When I grew up, I want to be an artist.
Yeah, what about that room? You know, the room at the very end with the
that was
lady.
cool,
You know,
man.
dude, that really touched me.
Yeah.
Like that was, you know, when Mike showed us that room, I was just like
Yeah.
blown away. You know,
Man, you know, that's what I'm saying, man. You know, even like some people see that, you know, like I've been to big cities, you see
Yeah.
all this graffiti, all this awesome urban art, and some people don't appreciate that. But man, that's what I love about art. There's no right or wrong in art.
Right.
It is what it is, man. Right. My art teacher in college once told me this. I never forgot it. She goes, "There's no cheating in art."
Right.
You can take ideas, it's like with the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
And how, like I was mentioning, Stephen Paul Judd takes, you know, like these modern day like a can of soup, you know, and makes it a native spin off of it or whatever.
Yeah.
Kellogg's, you know, it's cool, man. And I'm really inspired.
Yeah, you know, and they leave behind a legacy. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's the best part.
Yeah.
If you're an artist, that's the most important thing, man. Is you leave a legacy, and which will never go away, man. You know, you think about like, for example, you know, you like all these famous artists from back in the day. You're talking 1600s, or Michelangelo, right? I was in Italy before the pandemic, and I went to Florence. And I got to see the statue of David carved by Michelangelo,
Yeah.
right? This thing it's like 17 feet tall, man. It's
Yeah.
you know, but in the magazines, like I've seen it in school and in American history or whatever, you see the snippets of this kind of famous art. But to see with your own eye, it blows you away, man.
Yeah.
And that was 400 years ago, Michelangelo. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's awesome.
it's kind of like the artwork that they did outside the building.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man.
So it's not quite, you know, a
Yeah.
statue, but you know, it's
Yeah.
pretty close. You know, I mean,
It's
just
pretty big, man. That's. Can you imagine trying to, you know, your paper or your canvas is a building, you know?
Yeah, man, and that's overwhelming, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a hard time doing, you know, artwork on a little piece of paper.
I
as it
know,
is.
man. I would be there probably like for about 2 weeks just looking at it. Yeah. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna paint this
man.
thing.
What about that lift?
Oh man.
You know, doing artwork,
Yeah.
It's tough enough to try to do something, you know, on a big building as it is, but to be on a lift, you know, with all that, it was a windy day.
Are you afraid of heights?
I
bit?
wasn't
Yeah.
afraid of heights before, but you know, eventually,
Imagine
I don't know what happened.
if you're an artist that you're afraid of heights, man. You had to get on that, you know.
Yeah,
You had to tie yourself on. You know?
wavy
Yeah.
lines.
It reminds me of one time this is different off the subject, but James and I, right? He's afraid of James Jr. He's afraid of heights, and we caught a helicopter off the Grand Canyon, no warning, just. He's like, oh.
Yeah, just did a nosedive.
But man, on that lift, yeah, that's good. So, you know, if you're an artist, sometimes, man, you gotta face your fears.
Yeah, man.
and
I mean,
do things like that. You know, it's
Yeah,
it's kind of like
exactly.
comedy, right? Check this out. A lot of you don't know this about me, but I had stage fright. I had social anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I became what I feared the most. You know, public speaker, comedian, performer, and so by all laws of the land, I should not be sitting next to you doing this show, right? Because I had stage fright, man.
Yeah.
But here I am. So you know, face your fears, man. And have you heard this saying too? Like people say this is kind of famous. They say, on the other side of your fears is your greatest, you know, time, your greatest treasure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's true. So.
And I can't really think of a time that I was really afraid of. Well, I shouldn't say that because before I got into acting, I was afraid of the camera. You know, I would actually be sitting here just like Ernie said, you know, if
Yeah.
it wasn't for that. And my only way that I could face my fears was actually not so much being in front of a camera, but being in front of a lot of people walking down a runway. You know,
Okay.
with hundreds of people
Okay.
watching you walk down a run. There's nothing more frightening than walking down a runway that's no bigger than this. You know.
And we're talking about modeling, right?
Modeling, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
So-
talk about vulnerability, man. You know what I mean? And I think that's what makes these artists so awesome, is they're vulnerable. And
Yeah.
It's in their work, you know, and that's how it is, man. So, are you an artist? Are you vulnerable? Do you have a story to tell? You could do it. You could do it through art. I think that's the whole purpose of art. You know,
Exactly.
is to
Yeah, and-
express yourself.
Yeah, and also giving a good shout out to the Nativo Lodge as well,
Yeah.
you know, because you know if it wasn't for them, you know, we wouldn't have this footage. So
Yes.
you know,
Thank you.
big shout out to them for allowing us to do our filming.
Man,
there,
I
you know.
love Nativo Lodge. You know why?
Why?
Starbucks right next door.
Oh my gosh. You know, if you guys have seen a lot of our other episodes, you cannot get this guy on the set without having some good coffee.
Gotta have some coffee, man.
You know?
That's
So
one.
off-
That's one
off-
of the simple pleasures in life is coffee, right? Simple pleasures in life, man. Hot shower, coffee, getting out of jail. Okay, that's it. I said enough.
So behind behind all this stuff,
Yeah.
of course, I'm always trying to get him coffee. It's hard to get this guy, motivated. So.
I'll be like one of those really picky ones too. You gotta weigh your coffee. Have you seen these guys? They weigh their coffee. They grind it just so. You know what I mean? I'm not that picky. Just as long as it's.
You know what else is really good about the Nativo Lodge? Taco Cabana.
Ooh, Taco Cabana.
Yeah.
Coffee and food, man. Can't go wrong at Nativo Lodge.
Yeah, so I think I went to the Taco Cabana just as much as Ernie went to Starbucks.
Nice, yeah.
Man, so what are the other special moments that you had in the lodge?
There's one in the room there, right? Nate's room, man. There was a guy, he had a headband. It looked like me, right? I was inspired by that. I saw myself in there, man.
What did you guys think about that? I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I felt like posing, just-
Yeah, what about the basket scene?
Yeah, yeah. Your profile, like Shakespeare or something. That'd be cool, man, to do like I don't know. I mean, I'm just inspired by the possibilities, right? That's what I love about art. Also, is it's an infinite, man. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, there's just no limit to what it is you can do. I mean, it's just the essence of who you are.
Yeah.
It's put out on the canvas, or whatever, or a side of a building.
Yeah, I have a friend, Lynette Houses, who was one of the artists that was featured in Nativo Lodge. So shout out to her.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
she's really good, man. Really good artist. She's an actor too. That's why we met in the theater. But yeah, she's an artist as well. So hello,
nice.
Lynette.
Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of different people that were all involved in this whole hotel.
Yeah. Do you have any artists in your family?
I think my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter's. She's an artist
Oh,
as
yeah?
well.
Yes, yeah.
So
Man.
I mean, everybody has a little bit of artiste in them.
Yeah. Some people, what fascinates me is those people who are they're phenomenons. You know what I mean? They have no training.
Yeah.
But they can just draw like perfectly. I have a nephew,
Right,
John,
right.
man. He's no artistic training, but he can lay down an image, man, just exactly the way it is.
Yeah.
It's
It's amazing stuff, man.
God-given talent, yeah.
All right, guys. Again, we want to get a big shout out to Nate Nez, Mike Toya for allowing us to view their art and sharing a
Nativo
lot
Lodge.
of their, at the Nativo Lodge.
That's right.
Lodge. I've been having a hard time saying
it
that.
out.
So
John and Ernie.
John and Ernie.
Res Marquee.
Marquee. See you guys.
Later.